This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2. Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Thursday. It is the 1st of October. Oh boy, I can't believe the year's gone by so quickly and so slowly at the same time. I'm Tori here with Erica, and we have lovely Stephanie joining us from home. Hi, Steph. How you doing?
I'm doing great, and I'm wearing some earrings that Erica got me for my birthday, and I've just seen she's on the panel with me today.
Oh,
so.
they're cute!
Thanks, Erica.
Yeah, gift giving. I love the gift giving. We do want to start with some news that's really heavy today, and we're just going to be very open that it's heartbreaking for us too. There's some big news for Chrissy Teigen and John Legend. The couple suffered a pregnancy loss of their son, and Chrissy posted these black and white photos on Instagram, writing, "Jack worked so hard to be part of our little family, and he will be forever. To our Jack, I'm so sorry that the first few moments of your life were met with so many complications that we couldn't give you the home you needed to survive." She goes on to say, every day can't be full of sunshine. On this darkest of days, we will grieve, we will cry our eyes out, but we will hug and love each other harder and get through it. John shared his wife's post on Twitter, writing, "We love you, Jack." And Chrissy tweeted this on her way home, saying, "Driving home from the hospital with no baby, how can this be real?" We first just want to say very quickly, for anyone wondering why there was photography in the hospital room, they do offer that at certain hospitals to commemorate, so you have memories of holding the baby going through the birth, because it is like a birth, and I know people personally have done this, so it's not as if Chrissy and John hired some photographer, and we want to make that very clear. Erica, what did you think when you heard this news?
You know, I just appreciate that Chrissy Teigen is that real, because, you know, everyone knows her as being very transparent with her life, and she has taken that, 100%, because to be very transparent with the good times, she's also being very transparent with the hard times. And I know that that isn't done for her. That's done for people out there who need to understand that they're not alone. And so I appreciate her being this transparent in such a hard time.
I do too, Steph. People say she's TMI, but in this moment, man, did families, and I mean men and women, partners, everybody going through this, siblings, someone feels less alone today because of this tweet. What do you think?
Absolutely. You've got to think in those moments, all you probably want to do is just completely shut off from the world and not have that outside interference, and not, I mean, we're talking, she's getting millions of comments commenting on every single thing about, gosh, I can't even imagine some of the cruel things that will have been said, and also the things you mentioned about people asking questions about the photography, or, what has she done wrong, or she's showed too much information, she can't do right for doing wrong. And in those moments, I'm sure she does just want to be alone with her family, and yet she's maintaining a level of realness and truth and heartbreaking honesty that will help so many families. And I just really feel for them, because I know that she had trouble conceiving Miles and Luna, and this was a natural pregnancy for her, which she thought would never happen. So my heart just goes out to the entire family, because they are so sweet and so wonderful, and they deserve nothing but happiness. And no parent should have to outlive their child and go through this experience. So I really wish them all the best, and bless them. Seriously, it's awful.
I completely understand that, and we're going to put up this resource for you. If you are going through this, you know someone going through this, go ahead and look at nationalshare.org. This is for everyone in the family. We want to make that clear. If you're a husband, a father, a partner, we want you to be included in this umbrella of grief. You are not alone just because you're the caregiver. That is very important to hear, that you're also part of this grief. I also just want to say, I want to thank Chrissy and John for normalizing words like placenta. I would watch her Insta stories, and she talked about blood loss and certain transfusions and things that were kind of icky for people maybe back in the 60s or 70s growing up. You didn't talk about that. And our dear Sam Shocker has always been so open about that, our co-host, and so is Chrissy, and that normalizes that for a lot of women and men out there. So our love goes out to them both. Moving on to Demi Lovato. She's singing about her heartache in a new song that she leaked to her fans. Can you leak it if you leak it? I feel like that's just putting it out there. Okay.
Yeah, you can leak it.
All right, all right. As we know, Demi called off her engagement to Max Eric last week after he proposed in July. But in a surprise move, she posted her song "Still Have Me" to Twitter before it hit streaming services. There's the leak. Have a listen.
I don't have much, but at least I still have me. I still have me, and that's all I need. So take my faith, but at least I still believe. I still believe.
Well, that's going to be an anthem for a lot of people. When a fan asked her manager, Scooter Braun, on Twitter how he let his client leak the song, he replied that music is for the soul and her soul needed to speak. I don't think she needs permission. What do you think, Erica?
I think the song says it all. I still have me. That means that she is responsible. She is the master of her ship. That means that no one else can project or decide where things are going to go or who she's going to be. And I think that by her taking it upon herself and not even notifying her team that she was going to put it on Twitter was her taking ownership over this part of her life. So it's interesting that it's being reported that they were scrambling to get it on streaming services, but that's somebody who's like, this is for the art, it's for me to project what my feelings are, and I don't really care what the numbers are or anything that has to do with that.
I completely agree with you. Her act of putting it out there without permission, which she doesn't need, was an act of self-empowerment. I think you're absolutely right. Steph, Demi Lovato, man, has just had a real ring of it. You know, I just want her to have like 1 year where nothing goes wrong.
I know. I really feel from her from the bottom of my heart, I do. And what we need to remember in this moment, I mean, yeah, like you guys have just said, the reports are that her management are like scrambling to get it on streaming services for the numbers or the, advertising and the hits and whatever else. But you've got to think in this moment, Demi has had a really hard time. And we're not just talking for a year or two. Like, she's been suffering with different anxieties and depressions and addictions since she was like 14, 15 years old. She's literally just got engaged to someone who she thought was going to be her forever person, and her life is, after coming out of rehab, and then on top of that, all of COVID and everything else. So I think what we need to remember in this moment as well is like her passion and her creativity and her joy comes through her gift of song and music. And this is going to be a really important way for her to heal and to say to her fans and just like get those words and feelings out. And then if this is how it's going to help her, then obviously I think that's why her management are going to support her. And obviously in their turn, they're probably going to want the numbers because it's going to be a story and we're all talking about it right now. But I think for her, this is just crucial to her healing and getting better and just accepting what's happened, because it's heartbreaking for her,
Yeah, it's an ownership. I think you guys both nailed it. It's her owning that song. Before we go to break, we do have some special birthday news. Dame Julie Andrews turns 85. She's best known for her role as Maria Von Trapp in The Sound of Music, but some of her other notable movies include Mary Poppins and The Princess Diaries. We love you. We love you, Dame Julie Andrews. She wrote the last of the really great Wang Doodles, which is an excellent children's book. I highly recommend it. Stephanie, do not go away. Also, oh, by the way, it's my grandma and grandparents' birthday today. Oh. May they rest. We love. Oh, thank you. Evelyn and Edward, I love you in heaven. Coming up on DBL, former pro racer Danica Patrick has a warning for her next boyfriend, why her standards have never been higher. And as we go to break, we just want to thank our coworkers producing that show from home. It's not easy. We'll be right back. Welcome back to DBL. Retired NASCAR driver Danica Patrick has a warning for the next guy she dates. Ooh. Danica and NFL quarterback Aaron Rodgers called it quits this summer after dating for 2 years. In an appearance on the Rachel Hollis show on Quibi, Danica says she's got some pretty high standards for the next dude. Take a look.
The next guy has his work cut out for him because my intuition, my standards, my boundaries, my wants and needs are like off the charts, like, because I've gotten to know me so much more, so it's going to be so much more narrow and specific.
What is it like when you learn to raise the bar on a relationship? Because I think we've all been through ones that really stunk. All three of us. Can we all nod? I think we've all three of us.
I think when you raise the bar, and I'm glad that she said that she understands who she is more, because once you understand who you are and you've lived through some circumstances, you very clearly understand what not to tolerate. There's not even that thing where you're like, but, like, there is no but. Like, it's just like game over, it is shut down. So I can understand that. I can completely understand being like, never again will this ever be this way.
Keep your high heels, your head, and your standards high. Stephanie, what do you think about this? When you learn to just say, no, that's not gonna be in my next relationship.
Yeah, but the journey to saying no, definitely in my experience is really difficult. So I'm a sucker for this. You know, I'm the worst, and it's taken me, gosh, I'm in my mid-30s now, and it's taken me such a long time to work out those things and work out, you know, because I will second guess myself and doubt myself and think, oh, am I doing this, that, and the other? And I'm finally getting to a point, where I can like identify those behaviors and say, hey, that doesn't work for me, or no, I don't want this, or no, it's not right and it's not good for me anymore. And that takes a lot of work just to get to that point, let me tell you. So, I mean, good for her, and I hope that one day I can be as, like, you know, I don't know the word is, like, strong as she is. I love it, and good for her for having high standards. Of course she should, because there's only one of her and she has one life and she deserves nothing but the best. So good for her. She's a
Say, Steph, you're already there.
Yeah, I believe you are too. We both believe you are. We love you. It's true. Someone once said to me, don't find the life of the party, find the person that'll get you home from the party and keep your life safe. And I found mine. That made a lot of difference for me, because I was always looking for the wrong. I was always looking for way wrong.
You were looking for the life of the party?
Yeah, and I am the life, so I don't need
I was going to say, there can't be two lives of the party in that relationship.
Get out of here.
Somebody got to get you home.
That's right. Coming up on TVL, from trying to find love on The Bachelorette to celebrating it within yourself, Mike Johnson has a new book and is telling Steph all about it. That's next in our DBL Spotlight.
Welcome back to DBL. You know him best from ABC's The Bachelorette. Now, Mike Johnson is dishing it all in a brand new book that earlier Stephanie caught up with him about his journey to self-love. That's today's DBL Spotlight.
We are joined by TV personality, speaker, and brand new author, Mike Johnson. Thank you so much for coming on to DBL. Mike, I've got to say, America fell in love with you on The Bachelorette. We saw you get your heart completely broken by Hannah Brown last year, and then get passed over as being the new Bachelor next year. So, are you still remaining optimistic, and if so, how?
Wow. You know, it's such a surreal thing to get dumped on live TV, right? Or on TV. I'm optimistic about making the love that I want. I'm also optimistic about, you know, more opportunities on TV if that were to occur.
I love that. And also, I'm super excited for your brand new book to come out, Making the Love You Want. So it's all about your journey to self-love. So when did you realize that you needed help, and when did you start to write it? Was it when you started to write it, or how did all of that happen?
No, I found, and I knew the importance of self-love and putting yourself and putting your heart and putting your emotions and treating yourself well a few years prior. I went through multiple depressions. I'm extremely jovial on TV, but when I went through my depression for the second time, I spent basically a year at home. I threw up, quite honestly, because I was scared of people. The things that I detail within my book are things that are proven, that I've done myself. And I'm still human though, right? And so when things occur, I can simply go back to one of the mantras within my book or one of the exercises within my book, and it puts me right back in good spirits.
You're very personal in your book. So I want to know, how hard was it for you to open up like that? And how much of it do you think was influenced by your time on the Bachelor franchise?
No, I would say that the Bachelor franchise was a beautiful experience, but it wasn't the entire compass of making me who I am. I would say that I was extremely nervous at first, but I have to practice what I preach, quite honestly.
I love this. You're very deep, very, very emotional. I love it. I love it. Okay, I want to go back also. So speaking of making the love you want, right? The last time, Mike, you went public with a relationship was with Demi Lovato. So, are you guys still mates? And are you single or dating anyone right now?
I wish nothing but the best for Demi. I wish her the world, and she deserves it. And I would say that right now I am making the love that I want.
Wait. Does that mean you're seeing someone?
I don't know. It's up for interpretation.
I think you definitely are. You're so funny. I'm gonna get it out of you. Okay, I need to talk about Matt James. So he's taking the role as the first Black Bachelor. So why do you think it took them so long, and how do you think he's gonna do?
Matt, I know him personally. I love the guy. He's a great guy. I think he'll be the best Bachelor ever. And why The Bachelor took so long, that's a question for the people in charge.
Thank you so much, Mike. You've been awesome. And DBL Nation, you can check out his brand new book, Making the Love You Want, which is going to be out this Friday.
Stephanie, he seemed like just such a kind, great guy. Was he that great talking to? Was he seeming like that nice?
The loveliest person, I've got to say. Very sweet. He has such a light, nice personality. Yeah. And but we still don't know the answer. Is he with someone or not? I don't know. But I think it's because he might be going on The Bachelor again. I think that's my theory.
I was going to say, I wonder if he's hiding it because of something about The Bachelor. I totally think you are right.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So maybe he's just with Miss Right Now.
We solved the clue, Gumshoes. Deal Blast is coming up next. So dumb.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Welcome back to DBL. What's that time? It's time for some sweet, sweet deals.
Yeah.
Thank you. Earlier, Steph showed me some amazing products at even better prices. Here's this week's DBL Deal Blast. It's a good one, guys. Presented by morningsave.com. All right, what do you have for us today, Stephanie?
So this is the 2-pack Extreme Sound Sidekick Bluetooth earbuds with virtual assistant. Now normally these are $50, but we've got them on hand for $15 for our viewers, which means that they're saving 70%. Okay, next it's the Smile Bright Elite Sonic toothbrush with a UV sanitizing charging base. It's got a 2-minute timer so that you can easily know when you've brushed your teeth for long enough. Now, normally this is worth $284, but we're giving it to Daily Blast Live viewers for $39, which means they're saving 86%. Okay, now Tori, this is the Sutra limited edition professional blowout brush. So it gives you a salon quality blowout with just the touch of a button.
Wow.
And it's got a smaller 2-inch design, which gives you more versatility to add more volume. So normally this brush, Tori, is $250, but we've got it for $39, which means you'd be saving 84%. Last, it is the Vivo Perlay Beauty Bundle. So there's loads of goodies in here. A mineral mud mask, the matcha facial peel. Also, it comes with 3 packs of vitamin C facial wipes. So normally for all of this, it's $134, Tori, but we have it for $20, which means you're saving 85%.
Head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices I've seen all summer. You can even visit morningsave.com on your smartphone. Stephanie, thank you so much. All right, quickly before we go, we got some baby news. Nicki Minaj has reportedly given birth. Yay, mazel tov. According to TMZ, the rapper had her baby yesterday. No word on the baby's name or sex yet. Nicki announced her pregnancy in July. This is her first child with husband Kenneth Perry. We wish mama and baby well. And it's very hard to say someone lost a baby at the beginning of this. We are celebrating a baby. That's how life is, but we do want to say this is Pregnancy and Infancy Loss Month. And for anyone going through anything that's difficult or triggering, we just want to offer our love and our support. It's not easy. Anything you guys want to say quick?
I agree.
Very well said. DBL's new Everyday will be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Much love.